Hi, my name is Ivana from Elite Training Center, and today we're going to be going over knees. Before we jump into the technique, I want to make sure that we understand what our fighting stance is. So we're going to start with our neutral stance. What that is when we're going to get our feet shoulder width apart, hands at our hips. Now to get into our fighting stance, I want to bring my hands up, fist clenched, chin down, elbows in, hands, knuckles at the temple. We're going to take a slight step back with our rear foot. We're going to be in an orthodox stance right now. Take a slight step back with our rear foot. I'm going to get a slight bend in our knee. Right now I want to make sure that I'm not drawing my hips back too far. I'm going to keep my hips nice and square. I'm going to show you at another angle. So again, in our neutral stance, and then moving into our fighting stance. From here, typically what we could do is set up our knees with punches, but we're going to break down what our knee would look like initially. So, throwing our rear knee. It's really important that we allow ourselves to engage our hips and our knee. If I just bring up my knee forward, I'm not using any power in my lower half to get my knee to where I want it to be. So I'm going to start in my fighting stance. What I'm going to do is I'm going to allow my hip to slightly draw back. So slightly draw back. As I pull back from here, I'm going to push my weight off my rear foot, and I'm going to let my weight sit on my lead with my hands up. I'm going to have my knee going into the direction of my target. When my knee goes into the direction of my target, I'm going to allow my heel to touch the back of my butt. So as I draw in, I'm going to push my weight off my rear foot, bring my knee up, and in. Now if you notice, when I'm bringing my heel back up to my butt, I'm allowing my hip to pop up and drive forward with my knee. So my hands are up. I'm going to do it at a little faster rate. So I'm going to take a slight step out with my lead foot, just so I can help myself rotate at my chest and at my hip. I'm going to draw my hand slightly back as if I'm putting it in my back pocket. My lead hand is up. So it's taking a slight step out, drawing my knee up and in, back into my stance. From another angle, taking a slight step out, drawing my hip in, back and out. Again, that's going to be for our rear knee. Now, for our lead knee, there's two ways we can go about it. We're going to start with our basic step. So our basic step would mean we're going to replace our rear foot and make it our lead. By doing that, I'm just going to take a slight step forward, replacing my step. Now I'm in my southpaw stance, making my lead knee now my rear knee. From here, if I take that step out, I want to do that same step as I did with my orthodox stance. I'm going to open up my foot, my hands are up. I'm going to draw my knee up as my hip draws back and rotate my knee in, and then trace back into my stance. Again, I'm going to take a step forward with my rear foot, make it my lead, open up my stance, my hip is slightly drawn back, knee up, back into our stance. I'm going to do that from another angle. Stepping out, knee draws in, back into my stance. Now at a little bit of a faster pace, step, drive with your knee, back into my stance. Step, drive with my knee, back into my stance. Now for me to do my switch step, what I'm going to do is I'm going to replace my lead foot to my rear, and then taking my rear to my lead, creating this imaginary V in the line. So what I would do is draw my lead foot back to my rear, take my rear foot and replace it back to my lead. So essentially doing the same exact thing as I did with our basic step, but making it a little faster movement with our switch step. So I'm going to retract that back. We're just going to play with our step for a second. So our hands are up, step, step. Back into our stance, step, step. Now I'm going to go a little faster rate, and I'm going to add my knee in. Step, step. Back into our orthodox stance. Again, switching, driving. A little bit faster. Stepping in. One more time. Driving in. So that's going to be for our switch step. Now you can set those knees up with punches. For instance, if I threw my combination that we're going to work is jab, as I retract back, stepping into my rear knee. Facing you guys, jab, rear knee. Again, jab, rear knee. Now for our switch step or our stepping knee, we're going to go off of our 2, which is our jab cross. Jab, cross, lead knee. Jab, cross, step, knee. So now that we've gone over our technique portion, we're going to dive into our fitness portion attached to that technique. So as I showed you guys before, we went over our jab, rear knee, and our jab, cross, switch knee. So what we're going to do is we're going to add in a little burpee in between each piece. What that means and how that will go is I'm going to throw my jab. After my jab, I'm going to go down and I'm going to do a nice burpee, chest down on the mat, back up, and then I'm going to throw my rear knee. Then I'm going to throw my jab cross. Boom, boom. So what you will do is you're going to throw 10 jab, burpee, rear knee, 10 jab cross, burpee, lead knee. And then what you could do is work into a ladder. This ladder will go 10, 8, 6, 4, 2. And what you're going to do is you're going to add in burpees as you go. So the first one, start off regular just so you can get your momentum going. And then what you can do is go down, So now that we've gone over the fitness portion, the way that that would work is with that ladder drill. So you would do 10 jab, burpee, knees, and then work your way down to 8, 6, 4, and 2, and then jump into our next piece, which was jab cross, burpee, lead knee. After that, you can rotate through that. I would try to do it 4 times. If you want to challenge yourself, work your way up back that ladder. Other than that, I hope you enjoy your workout and the rest of your day.